Hi, I'm Amanda Beard, 7-time medalist. I get my Aquasphere gear at swimoutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. Check them out today.
Welcome to the Morning Swim Show for Tuesday, October 18th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to Jay Holmes and Steve Bultman. They are respectively the men's and women's head swim coaches at Texas A&M University, which was part of the big conference shakeup recently. A&M will soon join the SEC. Coach Holmes and Bultman join us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from College Station, Texas. Coaches, welcome to the show. All right, so who are you guys going to hate now that you're not in the same conference as Texas?
Go ahead. It'll be a lot different, obviously, just because we've had such a great tradition with between our two schools. It will be different for everybody concerned. I mean, that's been a great tradition, tradition that we've really enjoyed being a part of. But we have some new things out there that we're going to have some opportunities that I think are going to be a lot of fun for us to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great rivalry. I mean, obviously having them there has pushed us to help us get better. And I think the last couple of years as we've been battling, I think it's helped both teams get better and get ready for NCAAs and everything.
Well, Jay, I think you've been at the school, what, a quarter century now? I mean, that's got to feel a little weird.
Yes,
longer than that, Peter, I think.
It's been a while. So it will be weird. It'll just be different. There's no doubt about that. It will be different.
I know most of these conference shakeups are about football. Are you guys cool with it? I mean, are you excited about the change?
Well, I mean, from my point of view, I grew up in Southeastern Conference territory and swam at LSU and coached at LSU and coached at Georgia before I came here. So in a lot of ways, it's exciting, but at the same time, this is my 13th year at A&M and 13 years in the Big 12, and we have a lot of great, rivalries and, the coaching, getting together and knowing the staffs and stuff like that. And, you hate to lose that and to leave that. But at the same time, for our standpoint with the women, it's, as thankfully we've gotten better, we've wanted to race against some other good competition. And a lot of schools have their traditional dual meets already set up, and it's tough to get in, and get a good schedule with some of these other schools. And I think we've swum Auburn 3 times in the last 5 or 6 years and Georgia once, and we've tried to do that. And so, adding some of these other SEC schools and dual meets, I think will be great. And then obviously the, Southeastern Conference championship, and that's, that, and obviously Pac-12 or whatever they're calling it now is, definitely the 2 best for sure. And so that'll be exciting being part of that, but again, as I said, leaving the Big 12, that's been great too. And so it's exciting, but it's also a little sad. And I know for Jay, with having a lot more men's teams, that'll be exciting for him and the men for sure.
Yeah, and from the Big 12's point of view, I mean, all 3 teams were in the top 25 last year with us, Missouri, and Texas. And so for just a 3-team conference, I think it was a very good conference because there was always some fast swimming going on. Like I say, all teams were in the top 25 last year. The SEC does present a whole new, so to speak, ball game out there, just because we're going to make the 9th men's team in the SECs, and that is the premier conference meet out there. I've talked to some of their coaches before this all went down about how their conference meet happened, and it's going to be exciting, no doubt about it.
Well, I think it's great for men's swimming to have a conference meet that's going to be that exciting. I mean, I wish growing up in the Pac-12 that they had more men's teams. The conference meet, it's just the same 3 or 4 teams, really. I mean, we could use some more competition. It's great for you guys, but I guess the flip side is does it make recruiting tougher, or do you feel like you'll stay in your same areas?
I mean, I feel like we'll stay in the same areas. and even maybe add a few more in the Southeast a little bit. I mean, we recruit that area a little bit, and I think some of the girls that we've brought in this fall have been kind of excited that before we knew for sure, and now that we do know for sure that we are going to be in the SEC next year.
And I know that at least I'm thinking that there's going to be kids that are here in the state of Texas that's going to be intriguing to them to be able to stay in the state of Texas for their school and still be able to have a conference meet like the SECs. I think that's going to be exciting for a lot of people. That's a great opportunity. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. We recruit other areas. I'm sure we will. If someone has an interest in A&M, we're going to be interested in find out about them if they're going to help our program.
Hey, Steve, a few months ago we had Bria on the show. I mean, just an amazing talent, obviously, but the vibe I took away is that she does not realize how good she is. Am I the only one who thinks that?
She's starting to realize that a little bit more, and thankfully she's bounced back from her health issues this summer, and she's training really well and very focused. I mean, compared to where she was at this point last year, she's leaps and bounds ahead of that, which is exciting.
And Jay, on the guys' side, looks like John Dalton's maybe your best swimmer this year. Tell us about what the guys' team looks like.
Well, we will be relying again on relays. That's relays and diving. That's where we historically have gotten a lot of our points in NCAAs every year, and I think it's going to be that way again this year. Dalton will be very pivotal for us. He's going to have a lot of chances to swim a lot of events at NCAAs, and obviously with the relays, other guys are going to have to step up to help make sure that we get there. I mean, last year we didn't get our medleys there, which really hurt us. So much of our equation has to be because our relays get to the meet, and the divers just do what they do, which they're just great diving program here at A&M.
Well, guys, good luck the rest of the season, and good luck with the move to the SEC.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, Peter. Appreciate your time.
All right, that's Steve Bultman and Jay Holmes joining us from Texas A&M, and that is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.